Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com. I make content based on what you guys ask me for. So lately there's been a lot of requests to make content about angel aligners. And I'll be honest with you guys, I've made some content already. I don't know nothing about them. I'm not really interested. I have my personal and political reasons why I'm not interested. I've made other content. To be honest, I'm really not comfortable disparaging, I'm not using the word disparaging, but saying even if they're clinical opinions and they are factually true, supported by evidence, I have learned that these aligner companies are mean bullies and they will bull you into the ground with legal lawsuits, even if you're correct, just trying to wear you out and trying to waste your money to try to exhaust you when you're a small player, even if you're correct. So, and nobody wants to get in the middle with representing you. It just ends up costing you money. So I'm not going to get in the middle of this drama. Listen, why are people switching? Because it's cheaper. That's the truth. That's why people are switching. It's cheaper, okay? For now, doesn't mean it's going to be cheaper forever, but it's cheaper. So, you know, what money talks and bullshit walks. So that's why people are switching. Some people also just stop drinking the Kool-Aid. They just not into supporting something that spends so much money on branding and marketing. Well, that does help you. So, I mean, it's a trade off, right? So, I don't know. But what I did was, I don't use them. I haven't worked with doctors who use them. So, if anybody wants to know about Angel, I'm the wrong person. But I can tell you, Angel Aligners has caused me to lose a lot of money. So, and maybe because I'm playing with the wrong team. I'm agnostic. I work with any aligner brand that you want to work with that hasn't bullied me in the past. Okay. So, if they tried to sue me in the past, no, then I don't work with them. I just, they're on my naughty list. That's in my FAQs. If you want to know what that is, go to my FAQs at Straightsmile Solutions. You can see there's a few I absolutely will not work with because I cannot work with them because we've had lawsuits and that was our agreement because they just didn't like the truth. So there's others that I will work with and there's some that I'm on the fence about. So look, I went into a bunch of podcasts. Like I did a deep dive into podcasts all about everything Angel, where orthodontists, not general dentists, but orthodontists were talking about things they liked about Angel. No one said anything they didn't like about Angel. So, I don't know whether that's saying something or not saying something, but I just made some notes and I'm just going to read off what I heard. Doesn't mean it's true. I don't know. Some people are saying setups are better quality. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm reading in between the lines. Basically, I mean, I'll be honest. Invisalign setups lately with their AI and their flex have been okay. Now you can interpret what means, but I think they're extra, and that's all I'm gonna say. They weren't great, and now they're more okay. It's the AI. So really what it comes down to is it's your job as the doctor to set up your personalized preferences, to set up your AI so that your preferences are good. You can program the AI and you can make personalized plans so that you have really good Clinchecks. It's not a problem. It's just that people are lazy and they don't want to direct the Clinchecks to do what they need them to do. Clinchecks are a tool. It's like you can give anyone a car, right? I can give the 15-year-old across the street a car. I can give me a car. Who's going to drive safer? Probably me because I have more experience and I take the time to know how to operate the car. They're not going to know how to operate the car. It's a piece of software. You got to train yourself up. You cannot rely on the technicians of the AI to do the work or the engine. That's just a fact, Jack. And maybe Angel is not as big, so maybe they still have live humans working on their Clinchecks and trying to put their best foot forward, kind of like Invisalign did when they first got started. To be honest, when they first got started, their plans were as good or better than I could do. Like, I don't think I could have done any better. It seemed like someone really put a lot of time into the plans and directed and drove the bus for me. Eventually that went away and they realized that they probably should have the doctor doing it, which is correct. They should. So, okay, so that's one thing. I don't know if they're just better quality or that maybe they're just a smaller scale so that people are driving the bus better, or it's okay if you don't know how to drive the bus, or maybe there's just more orthodontists doing it so the AI is better. I don't know. And there was another point, something about precision cuts. I guess they do have a special proprietary precision cut bracket, it sounds like, so it's not on the tray. There's a point to that. I mean, but that's nothing special. You can stick a clear bracket on right now. Even Invisalign sells those if you want to make hooks on the tooth instead of on the tray. I mean, there's nothing special about that. It's just that they don't have hooks on the tray. They only have bondable hooks. So is that better? I don't know. I can do that with Invisalign, so I don't know why that's special. But no, I mean, they're not wrong. Anytime you cut hooks or cutouts into a tray, it's going to weaken the tray, and the Invisalign tray already is very flexible and very thin and very small, but that's just part of the elastomeric nature of it and the comfort of it. So I mean, what makes it more comfortable and maybe healthier for the gums maybe makes it a little less effective. I mean, it's a trade-off. So Invisalign, I think, is great for perio patients. You know, if I had a perio patient, I would only use Invisalign. That's just my opinion. Um, Other companies with thicker material and higher trim lines are maybe not as good for perio patients, but they're better for patients that want fewer attachments. I mean, I don't know. And I honestly, I don't do elastics that much with aligners. I don't find that they're needed. I mean, especially if you do proper phase one interceptive treatment and growth modification at the right time when the patient is growing, you really shouldn't need elastics for Invisalign, so, or Angel or whatever. So that really, that point didn't make any sense. It kind of felt to me like in these podcasts that they were reaching for reasons to use it. And they were carefully not giving reasons not to do it, because really the probably only reason not to do it is the political reason right now, or the liability reason, and they just didn't want to bring it up. Um, Another one, less harassment and pressure being a KOL. Okay, I have heard this. I have heard that. I mean, I've been a KOL, not for Invisalign, but for other aligner companies. I mean, back when I first got started doing consulting, I was like, oh, that's so cool. I get to be a KOL. I thought that was the neatest thing, right? Being part of a team, growing a brand. No, it's not fun. It's a bunch of VCs that try to bully you into saying things that will benefit them and undermine your clinical credibility. It's not fun. And honestly, you're just being puppeted. Every time you're a KOL, you're a puppet, is what you are. You're a puppet, and they really don't like you unless you say exactly what they say. And if you do, they don't respect you anyway. So no, I would never be a KOL anymore. Hard pass. No, thank you. Less harassment and pressure as a KOL. They respect your clinical opinion and don't ask you to say certain things. Yeah, for now. All the companies start like that. Trust me, I've done this a few times. Um, Attachments are all conventional. You have to request optimize. Oh, that's pretty funny. Who the heck cares? You can do that anyways with Invisalign. That's not a big deal. I like conventional. I don't really care. An attachment is a handle. I've gone over that before. Nobody cares. Um, let's see what else. Um, let's see. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Those are the main things. I think the other issue is I went into a little bit more into chat and Grok and whatever, a couple different things, and I asked like what ChatGPT and Grok felt that and Gemini felt the reasons were that orthodontists are switching at a very high level to Angel. And I don't know the level. I don't know. I do know it's a thing because I start to get a lot of buzzing on my LinkedIn. I start to get a lot of requests. Just I can tell what videos are popular. Just I know when there's something going down, and there's something going down right now. So with the switching. So um I told you money was the reason. And yeah, they are. They're significantly cheaper at the moment. Doesn't mean they will be. Everyone can change their prices, right? So when people launch, they make a loss leader. They try to keep their prices low to try to get doctors on board and getting used to your product, and then they can raise it. So that means nothing to me. Um, we talked about the technological quote unquote advancements. People are saying that the plastic is more stiff, you need fewer attachments. Okay, that kind of sounds like Spark or ClearCorrect or pretty much every other alternative aligner brand. The reason why they can't use the SmartFlex is because they can't use it because it's R&D, it's proprietary, because it goes in there. I mean, the only other option that I think that is healthier than SmartTrack in terms of being able to get around all the nooks and crannies and crevices and really be able to engage those undercuts really well is your direct 3D printed aligners, which are out there. So, I mean, I don't know. We talked about the angel button, which is nothing special. You can do that with Invisalign, and complex case technology. I don't know about that. Okay, so treatment flexibility and patient experience. Supposedly there's some type of treatment planning or pivots that you can do directly in the plan without having to send in a refinement. I don't know if that's good or bad. That doesn't really make sense to me. Then they go into risks of violating aligned technology terms of service and impact on customer status. That is a big issue. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay. So I don't know. But there was a huge thing in chat about this risk of legal action from aligned technology, intellectual property litigation, trademark enforcing, compliance requirements. You'd have to remove, they're saying, according to ChatGPT, I'm not saying this is the truth, but you better read your stuff or have an attorney read your stuff. So they're saying potentially you may have to remove the Invisalign trademark from all your past and present, also past social media. That's a pain in the butt. I've had some people try to sue me and I had to go into all my past social media and remove stuff. What a freaking nightmare. Past. Especially if you have multiple, like your stuff gets reposted on like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, my stuff goes back 10 years. When people tell me to take something down, what a nightmare. It can take me days, if not weeks to do it, to audit it. Um, you also have to add a message that explicitly states the practice is not affiliated with Invisalign or Line Technology. That's kind of embarrassing to put that all over your website. Rework marketing materials, removed any trademark items from SEO metadata. I mean, now metadata, right? URLs, digital ads, everything. You might get violation may cause a cease and desist letter from Align's legal representatives. Um, it will potentially affect ClearCorrect and Angel Align doctors, including any and all digital and paperwork materials, treatment planning materials, product features. They may seek monetary damages. It may impact your customer status, marketing rights, and prices. May impact your ability to use their product, to discontinue their product, and inability to return permanently. Boom. That is what I'm most afraid of. And for that reason, I stay out. So, y'all, you might get yourself really screwed. So, I mean, do what you want to do. I don't know. I'm not trying to doom scare you, but I don't know what's going to happen. And I don't think the way this political system is right now that I want to get into that mess. So, you guys do what you want to do. If you think Angel is great, be my guest. I don't really care. It's a clear aligner company. There's a lot of simple clear aligner companies that can pretty much do any case as long as you save your old aligners, stay on track, and someone with a brain cell who knows something about orthodontist does the Clincheck or treatment plan. It's really not that hard. And of course, case selection, right? Pick a proper case. I tell you guys, green cases are going to work fine, whether you do Angel, whether you do Invisalign, whether you do pretty much any brand, if it's a green case. If it's a yellow case, I'm sure Angel's fine. I mean, I know a lot of orthodontists that are getting great, that know what they're doing, that are getting great outcomes, that did a ton of content and trained up with plastic with Invisalign, and now they're taking all their knowledge to Angel. Yeah, I'd be pissed too if I were Align Technology. That's kind of crappy. But I mean, it's a free market economy. You can do what you want. It's how Align set up their training. So if they made all their Clinchecks free to do and everything like that, and all the materials free once you sign up, then that's how it is. So, all right. So like you guys can say, I have no firm opinion here. I'm just trying to stay outside of the drama.